I'm not gonna sit here and take it anymore.
An EMP attack. Just how vulnerable is the United States, and what can we do to prevent the possibility of instantly plunging the engines of the 21st century into Stone Age chaos?
We get hit by one of these EMPs or a sun, I guess a Carrington event. You're the expert, but I've had scientists on. It will blow the electrical grid and put us back in the Stone Age, and they know that, and they know we've been hit before. We were an industrialized society, and metal lining buildings, you name it, basically caught on fire. Describe that threat for people that aren't aware of it.
Oh, it is unbelievable. They're predicting 90% of the Americans will die within the first year if the power grid goes out in total. This is not scary talk. This is real. This is a possibility that a rogue nation or any nation that has a nuke has the capability of detonating it in our atmosphere. It creates gamma waves, and it literally fries the electrical grid, and we have no power. The sun can do the same thing if it's got a big enough X flare that it emits, and we're not protected. Now, some states are starting to protect their own grid, so they may be self-contained. Texas is thinking about it. But in terms of the country in whole, we haven't done anything yet.
You know, Dr. Peter Pry, who is the Director of Homeland Security for EMP, and I've had several discussions, and, you know, I was really pushing for a national act, something like the GRID Act. And he said, you know, Gary, they're not going to do it on a national basis, but they may do it on a statewide basis. And David and I, you know, we live here in Texas, and I'm happy to say that Texas is actually doing something. And it's interesting because there's 3 grids in the country. Texas is the only state to have its own grid.
Congress recently brought an exploratory panel together to glance at the precautions and immediate aftermath resulting from an EMP attack.
But it turns out, for example, all of the drugs we rely on for a wide range of things require refrigeration. And the minute you start knocking out the system, there's a cascade of consequences. And if somebody were to methodically come in here, I think there are as few as 9 nodal points you could knock out that would have a catastrophic effect because they lead to a cascade of systems shutting down. If you then looked at the effect potentially of either a series of local EMP attacks or a high-altitude EMP attack, you're talking about a catastrophic event from which conceivably you couldn't recover for years.
I think we're living through the most dangerous period of my lifetime for a number of reasons, but the vulnerability of our national electric power grid is among the most important. And we are collectively continuing to ignore or to take ineffective countermeasures to deal with it.
The continuity of government plan appears to be the main objective.
This shooting of the transformers in Henrico, Virginia, everybody with a rifle gets a veto on electricity, you know, and it doesn't suit many people to have the lights go out, but enough people will say, you know what, I hate the people on the other side of the river, and if I blow up that transformer, their power goes down. The people on that side of the river are going to say, how come they still have their lights on? Transformers are so vulnerable.
And the tit for tat spreads from there.
And the tit for tat, and at the end of the day, my biggest fear is the power goes down.
How well would you be prepared if the lights went out and didn't come back on? John Bound for Infowars.com.
Let's go to Debit in Florida. Debit in Florida, you're on the air.
Great. Hey, thank you so much. Listen, I have bought your product, and I gotta say they're amazing. Anyone who's on the fence, buy it, because I've got Caveman, Superman Vitality, Secret 12, Vitamin Mineral Fusion. I've got the body armor.
Wow, thank you.
Wow.
You're the type of listener that makes it all possible. Which nutraceutical does you like best?
I really like the Vitamin Mineral Fusion, to be honest. That's
amazing.
Really incredible. I drank it in the morning, and I swear to you, I felt incredible. Like I haven't felt in weeks. My morning was fantastic, and I love you guys. I love the InfoWars crew, and I just want to, I want to take this opportunity to tell anybody out there who's on the fence. Just buy it. You will love it. I'm telling you, I've never bought a bad product.
What you find in our news is the same thing you find in our products at InfoWarsLife.com. It's a win-win. InfoWarsLife.com.